Hello darts nuts, I'm going to do a review of a set of SHOT soft tip darts. This is a new range from SHOT. It's called the Longitude, and the reason it's because it's got very long barrels. I think the longest barrel is 59mm. They also come with the number 5 lip points, so it's got a very thin thread on the point at the front, and these, I think, 6 series in this range. There's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. They're also in a 20 gram and an 18 gram. This is the 20 gram, the weight of the full setup. As you can see, it comes in a slimline box, and these retail for £37.17 at the current exchange rate from Darts Warehouse in New Zealand. Inside the box you've got the weight guarantee, which says 17.9, and this is what you get inside the box. You get a set of SHOT transparent flights, some short SHOT shafts, and the number 5 lip points, and obviously the 3 barrels. So let's have a close look at the dart now. Alright, here's the quick close look, then I'll put the detailed look up after this. As you can see, it's got the very thin lip point. Very small thread, that. I think it's called 5BA, I'm not 100% sure, but it allows for a very thin barrel. These barrels are really quite thin, but it has a very nice profile to it. Kind of reminds me a bit like the Mervyn King scallop barrels. So on this particular barrel you've got quite a few areas where you can grip it. You've got the scallop sections, which are quite narrow but give you plenty of grip, and then you've got these 2 sections here where it's got the rings and the axial grooves along the barrel, and they're quite grippy. It feels quite comfortable as well. Don't think the scallops are wide enough to rest your thumb in, but they are wide enough that you can feel the grip of them. But I think these sections here are a little bit more comfortable than the scallop parts. It's very nicely machined. Usually are quite good, like with the SHOT darts. And on the rear you've got the SHOT logo and the short shafts and the SHOT transparent flights. And like I say, I'm a front gripper, but I actually feel quite comfortable holding it on that bit. But we'll have a look, see what happens when I come to throw it. So I'll just let you have a look at the darts now. It's got a really sleek, thin profile to the barrel. Get back into focus, there we go. Alright then, here's the detailed close-up. Here's the detailed look at the SHOT Longitude 20 gram. It's got a 23mm number 5 lip point, and there's quite a taper on the front of the barrel of 5.8mm wide, and then there's a groove of about 1mm, and then the first scallop section is 9.5mm, and then you've got some rings and grooves which is about 5.4 millimeters, and then there's another scallop of 9.5 millimeters. Some more rings and grooves, 5.4 millimeters, and another 9.5 millimeter scallop, and then another 1 millimeter groove, and then the smooth section at the rear is 8.6 millimeters. Overall length is 56 millimeters, and the width is 6 millimeters. Alright, I'll take some measurements of the barrel. Barrel length is 56.05, and the width of the barrel is 6.03. Right, I'll just give the barrels away with nothing attached. That one is 18.01. That one is 17.99, and that one is 18, we'll call that 18 grams exactly. And the full setup as supplied with the points, shaft and flights is 19.69, so just a touch under 20 gram. Alright then, the balance point of the dart with nothing attached. Let me see. With nothing attached, the balance point is pretty close to the middle actually. Maybe just slightly to the front. And with these very thin points, yeah, there's not much difference there. And with the supplied shaft and flights, it's probably going to move a little bit towards the rear, not much I don't think. Yeah, just moved a little bit. So with the supplied setup, it's pretty much on that middle scallop really. Alright then, so that's a look at the darts. I know these number 5 lip points, I think they're meant to be better for preventing bounce outs and things like that, but not really sure. But obviously they give you an advantage of having a thinner barrel. The only problem is I don't think I have any spares, so if I break these while I'm throwing them, then I'm snookered. So there you go, that's the close look at the darts. So we'll give them a throw and see how they go. Well, I think I've tempted fate by mentioning about the fact that if the number 5 lip points broke, I don't have any replacements. So I threw my first 2 darts and they're stuck in the board. The third dart hit one of the darts in the board, fell on the floor, and because it's a hard floor it broke the point, so I've had to modify a normal tip and squeeze that into the barrel. So if you're wondering why I've got a white tip and 2 red ones, that's the reason why. Don't believe it. I've broken another point. Ah, well. Right, I'm back again after breaking another number 5 point and having to spend some time modifying a normal lip point and also trying to get the broken bit out of the other barrel. So let's start again. I'm just holding the dart on that first knuckle, like I said. It does feel very thin, the dart, though. I mean, it is a thin dart, like, but it feels even thinner when you're throwing it. But if it's got a fair amount of grip there. These grooves along the barrel are kind of biting into your finger, and the little rings as well. The good thing with this dart is you've got quite a few areas where you can grip it, even that little bit of a knuckle on the front. Then you've got the 3 scalloped bits and like the 2 main knuckles with the grooves on, and even on the back there you've got a little bit of a groove if you're a very rare gripper. But I quite like the feel of it there. Holding it in the middle in between them 2 knuckles with my thumb resting across them both, that doesn't feel too bad either, but it just feels closer to my natural grip on that front section there. It's quite a flat flying dart as well. Might be because it's such a long barrel. I'm just going to throw the dart from the rear just to have a go, see what it's like from there. Bit harder for me to control with it being a long barrel. Yep. Have another go. One more go, holding it at the rear. It's not too bad. I mean, it's not my natural grip holding it at the rear, but it wasn't too bad. I was holding it just at the back of that knuckle there. I'll just go back to my normal grip now. It doesn't feel like a light dart, whether that's because with me holding it there, there's quite a bit of weight at the back of the barrel. It tends to make it feel a bit heavier than 20 gram. Oh well, that's enough of that one. I don't know if I like these darts or not. They're quite thin, which is kind of not something I'm used to. And also they're a bit long, but I do like the feel of the grip on these. And they do fly quite flat, but it took me a bit to get used to the way they're throwing. I think they actually flew better when I was holding it there at the rear, which is quite unusual, but it might be because of the length of the barrel, and with me holding it there they were tipping down a little bit, but they did seem to flatten out when I was throwing, and I have quite a loopy throw, so they did fly quite flat. But I think these are a particular barrel that obviously going to suit people who like long barrels. But the length wasn't so much a massive problem. It's just probably take a bit more time to get used to it. But they are very nicely made. So there you go. That's the Shot Longitude soft tip darts, 20 gram. That's the end of the review. Thanks for watching.